In 2025, a food delivery app paired with a fintech lender to let people finance takeout meals. What sounds like convenience may actually be a high risk entry point into deeper debt, especially for the most financially stretched Americans. Today, we're looking at why DoorDash's Eat Now, Pay Later is its innovation. It's actually predatory design. For decades, consumer debt in America has ballooned. Credit cards, student loans, auto loans, medical bills, all growing faster than wages. In response, financial firms keep inventing new ways to extend credit, or what they claim is flexible payment options. One of these models is buy now, pay later, short-term, interest-free installment loans designed to make purchases feel smaller and painless at checkout. Buy now, pay later is being marketed as an alternative to traditional credit, but critics have warned it obscures the real cost, encouraging overspending, and can trap people in cycles of debt they don't fully understand. Now, this game is moving from sofas and gadgets to food you eat today, a fundamental need. DoorDash, the dominant food delivery platform in the United States, announced a partnership with Klarna to let customers pay for their orders later or in installments. Instead of paying the full bill at checkout, users can split it into 4 payments or defer the entire amount to a later date, separating the cost from the consumption, especially for everyday essentials like takeout, plays on the same psychological trick that buy now, pay later critics have long warned about, decoupling the pain of paying from the pleasures of acquiring. A recent Business Insider analysis noted that something small, like a $20 food order, can, after fees and late charges, end up costing far more over time. More importantly, splitting everyday consumption into payments invites repeat usage and debt accumulation on purchases people might not have made if cash was required upfront. This is not a quirky product feature. It's part of a broader financial landscape where consumers are increasingly borrowing to meet basic needs. Surveys show buy now, pay later usage is surging among everyday spending categories, including groceries, a category that used to be paid with cash or debit, not financing. Experts have pointed out that buy now, pay later can be especially risky for those already living paycheck to paycheck because the installment structures can create overlapping payment obligations, budgeting challenges, and eventually debt stress if payments are missed. Plus, unlike credit cards, buy now, pay later typically doesn't build credit when paid on time, may charge late fees, and can slip into debt reporting practices that affect your financial profile in the future, something regulators are only recently starting to address. The real issue here isn't that a company is offering more payment options. It's the economic conditions that make such options appealing in the first place. When people can't afford immediate payment for essentials like food, something is already broken. Instead of tackling stagnant wages, inflation, and rising living costs, platform economies and fintech firms are building products that trap users in debt loops under the guise of flexibility. This is predatory, not because of a single fee or interest rate, but because it encourages spending beyond means, normalizes financing for basic necessities, creates reoccurring debt obligations that strain already tight household budgets, and inserts corporate lenders deeper into everyday life. The line between convenience and coercion is thin. When an economy pushes financial products into the spaces where people are already struggling. It stops being about helping and starts being about extracting value. DoorDash's buy now, pay later move isn't just a new payment option. It's a sign of a symptom that leans on debt expansion instead of real economic stability. Understanding this pattern changes how we see not just fast food delivery, but the wider debt economy in America. If you want deeper breakdowns like this, the link is below.